Good afternoon, I'm Jamie.
I'm Karen.
We are Adventures by the Miles. Today we are at Big Daddy's Pizza in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. In today's video we'll be showing you around the restaurant. We'll be trying some dough daddies, which are their version of garlic knots, some homemade meatballs, the Porky pie pizza, and we are also getting a big Kahuna pizza, and we are going to try a chicken alfredo sandwich.
So they've got a pretty big menu. There's quite a few appetizers. They have fire roasted wings, some salads, a couple of sandwiches that looked pretty good. We decided on the chicken alfredo because that was very different. On the second page, they've got the pizzas. They've got some classic ones, pepperoni, cheese, veggie. Then there's their specialty ones. There's a Smoky Mountain cheesesteak, a taco pie, a bee sting, which is like a hot honey, and a dill.
The first thing we tried was the dough daddies. I think this is one of our favorite things. We've eaten here multiple times and we always get dough daddies.
It's their version of garlic breadsticks, pretty much. It's just big pieces of crust, but it's not overly chewy. Plenty of garlic.
Yeah, it's not overly done with garlic. It's got the right amount of garlic on it. Because some places you go, you get a lot of garlic. This one's just right.
And I don't think they're very heavy either. I think they make a good appetizer.
No, they're not real heavy. We've eaten other places in this area, and they're just slathered in garlic. These are just right. So if you like a little bit of garlic, you should try some dough daddies. So the next thing we tried was the homemade meatballs. I will let Karen take over.
They were so good. They were tender. The way I described them was, if my grandma knew how to make meatballs, these would have been the meatballs she would have made. They tasted homemade. They were really good. They tasted like a blend of beef and pork. And
they had a little bit of seasoning to them. They had good flavor. They were juicy. They basically fell apart. And they were smothered in cheese.
Yeah, I was going to say it was just perfect presentation.
That was big for us, that they were smothered in cheese, because we love cheese on everything. They came basically in a big bowl of marinara sauce and smothered in cheese, and it's just the way meatballs should be made.
And the bread on top was pretty good too. It was nice to sop up the
It was nice and
sauce.
toasted with a little bit of seasoning. There's a little bit of oregano or something on top.
It was plain, but it worked.
The next thing we tried was the Porky pie pizza. Well, I will let Karen explain it to you because I just knew there was a bunch of pork on it.
It's pretty much their barbecue pizza. It's got smoked pork and ham and bacon and a barbecue sauce base.
It wasn't as salty as I thought it was going to be. It was a pretty good pizza.
It was really good. I mean, it wasn't greasy. And the one thing I really liked was they thinly kind of deli sliced the pork to put on there as opposed to like pulled pork.
I was
or
going
like
with almost
chunks.
shaved.
It
was
was
nice. It almost looked, it reminded you of bacon bits, like it was shaved ham.
Yeah, so
That's what it reminded you of.
Yeah, so I really liked it. It's a good version of barbecue pizza.
I liked it, until we get to the big Kahuna.
Yeah.
Okay, the next thing we had was the big Kahuna pizza. This was something we decided to order at the last minute, and I am so happy we ordered it. We have eaten here probably 4 or 5 times. This might be my favorite thing from here. It had such a great mix. There was pineapple, ham, goat cheese, which I wasn't even sure if I liked or hated, and I believe mozzarella cheese and some marinara sauce. And it just all mixed so well together. You could taste the ham. The goat cheese is usually a little stronger, but they had it crumbled up.
Yeah, it was very mild. I was kind of surprised. Honestly, the cheese kind of almost took a back seat and let the ham and the pineapple do its thing, which was really good, really.
And we like Hawaiian pizza, but we were kind of cautious about the goat cheese because we're like, well, usually it's a sharp cheese, so it might take a little bit away. But it did not. It added something to it. They all mixed so well together. And as you can see in the video,
depth of flavor, I think.
The crust is very thin. I wouldn't even call it like an average crust. It's kind of a thin crust pizza, but I loved it that way. It was very light to eat because we ate a lot of the pineapple pizza. We ate almost all of it.
It's a wood-fired pizza, and there was lots of bubbles in the crust, and I just love crust bubbles. It shows how light it is.
And the final thing we tried was the chicken alfredo sandwich.
They said it's like having chicken alfredo, but with no pasta, just on a sandwich where you can pick it up. I was a little disappointed in this one. They said there was spinach and tomatoes in it, and so I assumed it was going to be like cooked in, not just laid on top.
And the spinach took away from it, because I'm not a big spinach fan, but I took a couple bites with the spinach, and then I took the spinach off the bread, and then the Alfredo sauce and the chicken were more prominent.
The
So it
spinach
literally took away
sadly
from it.
overpowered everything.
And honestly, it's probably the worst thing we've had there, and I'd say it was okay.
Yeah, it was fine, but I wouldn't get it again.
On a scale
I
of
might
1
try
to
a
10, it
different
might
sandwich.
be like a 3 or a 4. It wasn't like awful, send it back, complain to the people there, but it was just nothing good.
But I mean, I think it shows promise for getting sandwiches there.
Just my thought was, if I got to modify something, I don't want to get it from that
Yeah.
place. So in conclusion, I would say if you're in the Smoky Mountain area, you should try Big Daddy's Pizza. There's 3 locations, and the one we've eaten at Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, and there's one in Sevierville, but 2 out of 3 that we've eaten at, every time it's consistently the same. We get the pizza fast, good service, the food's always good.
I think it's my favorite pizza, honestly, so far in the Smokies. I just like what they do with it. I like that it's wood-fired. They have interesting variations. You can build your own. They've got a lot of toppings. I've got nothing bad to say about Big Daddy's.
And then the appetizers. I don't know, we'd never gotten anything but the garlic knots before. Mm-hmm. The dough daddies. And then this time we got meatballs, and I'm like, we might be getting those next time we go.
Ooh, maybe a meatball sandwich if that's a thing.
That would be good. Because as we mentioned, the chicken Alfredo did disappoint. So I would definitely say give Big Daddy's a try if you're in the Smoky Mountains. Could be some of the best pizza we've had. Like if you liked it. We'd love it if you'd subscribe.
And we love hearing from you, so let us know, what do you like to eat alongside your pizza?